Better French.
Better French and English. Huh?
Well, it's a prostitution. So
very angry. Very angry.
It's a code word for a particular form of behaviour.
You're British?
Yeah, if you're British, you can't speak anything but in code because they've got an aristocracy that don't like to speak it.
British peers. You're always peered by only one. I have no control here. Normally people have to come half an hour before, be quiet.
It's your bouncers, mate. You need new bouncers.
I need an organization.
Yeah.
If I want to really feel fucked, I create an organization. Who tells me what I have to do.
You want to join that one that I formed. It's for people who don't join organisations.
This is the worst.
Well, I'm the only member. At least I get to set all the rules.
The non-organized people. So good. There comes another Croatian lady. They call it delay, actually. I would call it delay.
Delay.
Not lady. Delay.
Passive exhibitionism.
Passive
exhibitionism.
Okay, so now we can start. The main actors are arrived. The stage was waiting to was a souffleuse is waiting to give our first. Now it's your turn. Oh, yes, I'm ready. What was my question? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
You have a question?
No.
I hate these people who come with no questions. Yeah?
Yeah.
They don't bring me anything.
No, look, I'm the question.
You are questionable. For sure.
I'm the question, but I have no questions.
You mean you are questionable enough? You are walking question mark.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. That's everybody actually. That's not special. What am I? Who am I? A question mark. I'm hanging on my question mark. I'm the point under the bomb. Good. Who wants to start?
Me.
Oh.
My question is, what was your proper sadhana?
Proper sadhana?
Yes.
Proper sadhana is 24/7, 365.
Well, that's okay, but your proper sadhana?
No, but it's the proper. Would be the only sadhana would be proper. Uninterrupted, being what you are.
But in a point of time,
there is no point of time in it. Sadhana you make in time is a technique of trying to have an advantage. That's not sadhana. Sadhana has to be 24/7, 365. Uninterrupted. Giving attention to that what is attention. And not sometimes sitting down for 1 hour and now, who am I? Who am I? Who am I? You ask me what's the proper meditation. That's what is the proper one. Uninterrupted, being in that attention of what is that. Not going astray. Abidance in that what is.
Sorry, then there is an intention there to do that?
There's an absolute intention.
No intention.
But if it is 24/7, there is no one who can have such intention, because the one who always goes astray is like a dog. He goes there where his mind is dying. The mind cannot make sadhana anyway. The mind goes always astray. Even by trying to make sadhana, he goes astray.
And then how can you do it?
Yeah, just by being that natural awareness which is permanent there, giving awareness to his nature. Just being quiet. That is sadhana. And not trying to be quiet, because the mind will never be quiet. So you have to be in spite of the mind quiet. not because the mind is resting or something, what you call like a no mind or something. Because what you are never depends on any quiet mind. So you only can kill the mind by having no interest in the mind. By giving no attention to that game or whatever. It dries out by itself, but not by your giving attention to it. You see, you asked me about proper sadhana, I give you the hint.
Yeah. Okay, good.
But you cannot do it.
Yeah.
So it's not a doing, it's just being that, which is uninterrupted that. So that's why I say 24/7, and not like you go and sit for 1 hour and then you try 2 hours or 3 hours, until you reach that point and the shortcut, the direct path, like after him, it's like giving attention to attention. No attention to that phantom which wakes up in the morning. Because what you are is already there. It's while it's there and when it's not there. So being that what is not interrupted by anything. That was a deep, deep sleep, because you are still that. And to be that, you are now. And sadhana is being that. Like only giving attention to that what is not coming and going, which is not fleeting shadow life of this so-called mind stuff, conditioned. That what is never conditioned, that what is always unconditioned in its nature. That is sadhana. And only attention given to that. And that is not like 1 hour a day. It is 24/7. Okay. Some other questions about proper. Meister proper.
No, not a question about Meister proper, but can you talk more about this heart knot? There is always the symbol in the Upanishads, but
Yeah.
what does it mean, this heart?
The heart knot, ownership. It means ownership. When there is my life, me being born, all that is your reality. That is the heart knot. This is that you like actually it's like a tombstone of your dead life. Always heavy. A tombstone, you know what a tombstone is? In the cemetery of your ideas of being alive, being born. Because the moment you believe that you're born, you're dead. You left that what is life for a fleeting shadow of life. For what? For phantom life, for tombstones walking. That tombstone is very heavy, always putting weight on your heart. Simply that imagination that you have a heart. This is like the heart knot. They point out this ownership heart. And Ramana like this, if you could just drop that mind, you would be fine. But who can drop that mind? Only that what to see the false, it drops by itself, just by being what you are. There is no other way. So if he asks proper sadhana, is being what you are, and for that there was never any. And ownership is not there. There is no possibility of any owner. You don't even know what you are and what you're not in there. So it's just by being what you are, it drops by its nature, because it cannot stay. But not by you trying to get rid of it. By that you confirm that there is one you have to get rid of it, and that is wanted by that phantom. Because it's living by attention alone. The whole universe lives by your attention. So what to do? You can only by being what you cannot not be, which is in the present and in the absence of this, what you are. So it's one then natural, and no effort needed for it. No necessity of any kind of coming, going, of anything. So even there is some SMS coming everywhere, all the time. SMS for the mind. Are you here? Anybody out there? Look at me. Look what I have done. Look what I can do. Look how I can meditate. Look how I can be quiet now. It's like this analogy that thief becomes a policeman. Oh, now I take care. That's a sadhana man, one who meditates. I'm meditating now, so I can be quiet. You don't have to bother. I can be quiet. I take care about me. I don't bother you. But just look at me, please. Look what I can do. I can be quiet. Look at me. I can be a quiet mind. If you want to be quiet, I will be quiet. Okay. But look at me, please. Acknowledge that there is a quiet mind. Acknowledge that there is no me. Otherwise, I cannot survive. Please, please. cannot stop giving attention because you're loving in and out, and you cannot stop it. You're so generous to this phantom. Oh, okay, one day more. Just a little while more. I'm anyway what I am, says the mind. You are anyway what you are. Just give a little attention to me, please. You are anyway what you are. This is Upahara repeating all the time. I'm anyway what I am, say. Okay. So I can be a bit, give me attention, you're anyway what you are. Just be generous, come on. Then you go astray again, and then you, oh, where am I? Shit, I'm back in business.
Funny business.
That's how many people has this awakening into that. Oh, I'm untouchable. I am this dream-like, whatever, sky, and all the projections are fleeting. But then, okay, if I'm at any way, I can just play a bit around here, like Shiva plays with the puppet world, and then he becomes, after a while, himself a puppet again. Unavoidable. Then he forgets that, so then he has to do again his sadhana, giving attention to it. Oh. So it goes on and off, on and off. So you better don't wait for the end of it, because that's the way it is. I think this guy said it's like a spider, spinning his network of total concepts, and in one instant he wakes up and realizing that he cannot catch himself in his own net. That's the intellect, the absolute intellect. It's maybe realizing it cannot cut itself. The snake realizing it cannot be poisoned by its own poison. It cannot kill itself by its own poison. So at that instant it withdraws, the whole universe gets withdrawn. But the problem is, when the whole universe and the withdrawer is gone, no one remembers. There's no one who remembers. And the next, the next is waking up, and there's no memory of any impact, no spider, no realization, nothing ever happened. That's nothing ever happened. There's no story in it in what you are. So you fall in love again, and then, who is that you fall in love? What is going on here? So you get curious again, like a little child, and then it starts all over again. So what to do? So the spider goes to his absolute nature, forgetting to be a spider, destroying everything, but the moment the spider wakes up, he wants to know what is a spider. Then he starts his whole business again. That's called consciousness. It will never stop. Maybe for one more point here, consciousness is realizing it cannot know itself by whatever personal, whatever body, mind, or tralala, this is understanding. But the moment you understand, the moment this is what is gone, it starts all over again. You cannot get rid of it. That's the way consciousness is trying to know itself. Maybe it will know it, not knowing itself, just resting it for becoming cosmic consciousness. But that again starts the next. Wow. You could put it down here. I keep it quiet. I just put it myself on it. So, more questions about proper sadhana?
And the difficult thing maybe could be when you are in this 24/7 thing.
You're not in it. No one can be in there.
Yeah.
That's what is uninterrupted. There is no me. It's just this awareness where all that, what you call me, all that gets burned. It's a holocaust for all relative objects of time. If you are just that, what is a fire of life, you will burn just by being what you are, whatever is there. There's nothing else to do, just by being what you are.
Yeah, but I understand that it will be more difficult when the ego contracts.
No, for that there is no difficult. The ego has difficult. Only the ego knows something what is difficult and what is not. That is always uninterrupted.
Disappointment.
There is no disappointment for that. It's not possible that can be disappointed by anything.
Pain.
There is no pain for that.
Physical pain.
There is no physical pain for that. That you talk about is all this body-mind tralala organism. That's all. And that's a phantom story. That will always, it's only there because you give attention. And you ask me how to get rid of that, whatever, your idea that this belongs to you. It doesn't belong to you. It's not yours. It has its own, whatever, story, its own life. whatever it is you call it, the shadow life. You just simply cannot get rid of it, that's all. As much as you try. So you have to be in spite of that. That is 24/7 and not 1 hour a day. So I just repeat what this guy said. And I said, this is not something new I invented. I'm not original in anything. I just repeat myself through all the centuries and all the things infinite times. It just comes easy, that's all. Because I don't take it personal. I don't claim that I say something. So I'm merely a loudspeaker in that sense as well. Not more, not less. And if at all, that's the only thing what is this carelessness of what comes through you. Because that what is carelessness speaks, and that what is carelessness is spoken, and that what is carelessness is this body. This is the nature of whatever is. So the only what I can present is a taste of carelessness. That is 24/7. That what is can never get more or less than it is. That's the quality of your nature. That's alone is quality. The rest is what? Fleeting beauty, oh God, fleeting ugliness, fleeting shit. No sunset can be beautiful as what you are. No mountain, no sunrise on the mountain, none of this can touch the beauty of your true nature. Not knowing any beauty, that's the nature of beauty. But what you call beauty is just a reference point of what you imagine as beauty. So what to do? You beautiful mind.
I think they're trying to tell you that, mate. I think they're trying to tell you you're nuts.
I'm nuts, yes.
Yeah.
I'm nuts for nuts. I'm nutty.
It wasn't me, it was someone over there that said, giving them. I think that's what they were saying. Instead of saying, I'm nuts.
You know the messenger gets killed for it.
I can't understand this sign language.
To become more careless, is there anything you can do or not do?
You can drink more. It's the easiest way to become an alcoholic and drink permanently.
Yeah.
24/7, 365, then you don't care anymore.
But many people do this already, but the outcome is not
Yeah, but after
the same.
the problem with drinking is that after a while the alcohol doesn't work anymore. It's like with drugs, the drugs don't work anymore. So you have to go to a bigger drug, to more effective. Heroin. First there is morphine you put in. Morphine or marijuana. And then morphine comes. Morphine. And then comes maybe later heroin, that you want to be the hero who can take it, have the guts to know himself. But put hero in.
It seems that there's something else needed to make it more spiritual, that the outcome is something like you.
Like me.
Because there are many heroin addicts, but then they don't talk like you.
Ed Tolle.
What?
Ed Tolle to you.
That's toll.
Ed Tolle.
What Ed Tolle?
Eckhart.
What is his name?
Eckhart
And you're talking
Tolle.
about that silly geezer, the fascist power
They
now.
only come to offend me here. It's all an offense.
It looks like only alcohol or only heroin will not do the
I like when I
change.
was
Not invent.
95, I was in Switzerland, in Sahnen, and met Yuji Krishnamurti for 2 hours. And in that 2 hours he taught us this one thing I really had to start laughing. He said, all the spiritual experiences of all sages and all masters and yogis of all India, one junkie in the West who takes everyday LSD and takes acid and all this hallucinating has more spiritual experience than any sage in India. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more ecstasy, he has more experience, is more experience in ecstasy, taking ecstasy than all these meditating sages and yogis of India.
Who was that?
So why not Yuji?
Uji.
Not Muji, Uji.
Not Yuji. Something else. No, I agree. It's like all the junkies in Europe, they're all yogis. It comes the same intention of getting rid of the me, and they just take the easy way. Otherwise, you have to sit for hours, and you have to go to Himalaya in solitude and look at the wall, and all that heavy work you just can have in one zip of a marijuana thing or something. Or some little pill, some mescaline or something. You can have the same. It's all imaginary, dream-like experiences. If you can get it by a little pill, or you can sit for 20 years in Himalaya and be a master of not freezing. It's a competition of them. Yogis, I don't freeze anymore. I can produce this inner heat, and in the deepest cold, I can still survive. Bravo! I made it. Wonderful. And always like an Olympic game, or who went deeper and who can take more minus degrees. I was down 20 degrees. Oh, but it's nothing. I start with 30. You see, I like the show. I enjoy the show, but it's all as a sip of coffee. There's nothing more or less as a sip of coffee. It's just a simple experience of a different kind. A different experience, but it doesn't make any difference. The only quality of that is what you are, and not the way you experience yourself. There is no deeper, no higher in it. It's just another fucking experience, so what? Which doesn't make you more or less as you are, and that's the main thing. There's nothing to gain in it, so enjoy it. Enjoy every trip. The trip to Arunachala, the trip to India, in spite of all the diseases, in spite of all what can happen or could happen to you. You are here. So if you have to be here anyway, rather enjoy it. Or not. Okay. Like now it's too late, now this body came to you. Now it will be one more day, so what to do with it? Same with the mind, the whole structure comes together. Now it's too late, now you are sick. That makes you a sicker. A seeker. Sick seeker. He wants to heal himself, he wants to get rid of this. So you have a permanent suicide attempt to get rid of this body, mind, tralala. I would be better off without it. Me. I know when I deep sleep, and I'm in deep sleep, I'm very fine. But this moment, this wakes up. Fuck. So I must be, without it, it must be much better. I agree, it's much better. But you cannot escape. The next comes, you come like a cockroach, and you survive anyway. No, you cannot escape yourself, that's amazing. There will always be the next experience. The next experience of realizing yourself. You cannot stop realizing yourself. No way out. And you can see even everything is a lie, but that is not even the way out. But maybe that's the way to be the reality, which is that what can never be experienced, and whatever can be experienced is a lie. So that realization you cannot get rid of, but you can still be that what doesn't know itself in it. So not knowing yourself in anything. Absolutely not knowing what you are and what you are not. You can rest. There is the rest you are. This is the only, which is the nectar of your absolute being, which is absolute fulfillment, but not in any negative way. To be what you cannot not do, that is sadhana. Permanent, as that. Good. What else can I not do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say this, it's permanent sadhana, then immediately comes to mind and want to make it 24/7.
Yeah, let him try it. Let him try it. He will burn out himself in it. Give him the chance to do it. Don't make it already a mind stuff. Let it be mind stuff, but the mind being concentrated on that what is mind, it will disappear. Don't make it mind. Mind is not bad. Mind is only bad because mind says I'm bad.
Yeah. So, but this is going on like for some years, this process, what you are telling.
No, you are making it interrupted. You are not 24/7. If you would
No,
be
no, I'm not.
24/7,
No,
if
I'm
it
not.
would be proper sadhana, you would not sit here. At
Therefore,
least there would be no one sitting here.
therefore I told I
Or is there someone
tried.
sitting still now? I have no idea. There's someone sitting.
I told that I try. Mind can only try
What?
it hears something and try to grasp it. Of
No,
course.
I'm tempting you as I want to seduce you to touch the sun. And if you touch the sun, you will be gone. But I tempt you to do it. And I just talk to you because if you believe me, that I can tell you that nothing will happen in it. Because you're afraid to touch the sun. You're afraid to touch that what will kill you. And I can only sit here by that experience, you will not die. So if you believe in that, you have no fear. And in no fear, there is no me.
But I'm not conscious of the
There
fear.
you don't need to be conscious about it. Who needs to be bloody conscious about anything?
But
Fuck consciousness.
I do not know about fear.
So be happy that you don't know fear.
But
you still have a concept about fear.
That's a whims.
I do not know.
Of course you know. Every morning fear wakes up. If you don't step on a snake, it's fear. It's a natural functioning of the
Yes.
body.
Yes, yes.
Angst.
In that way, yes.
So there's fear. You know fear. There's an experience that you're afraid to die. And then you take it personal. Because the body tells you something maybe is, I'm not sure what will happen then. And you're not sure what happens next after death. So you want to make sure that before you die, you know what will happen after death. So you will want to have an insurance from somebody. Life insurance. But it's actually death insurance. That one who wants to know it will be gone, I tell you, you will not survive when that happens. So it doesn't matter if you know it or not. If you are conscious or not, no one cares. Not even yourself.
I'm not conscious of wants to know it.
You want to be happy, permanent. Absolutely, you want to be well off all the time. You don't want to.
Body wants to.
Not
Yeah,
the body,
I like
you, the mind, the whole
yeah.
structure wants to be in a wellness life.
Yes, yes.
Of course. So that is you want to be happy, and that's nothing different than wanting to be enlightened. Just a different idea of it.
I want to be relaxed.
Yeah, but that's the same as enlightenment. I want to be relaxed forever.
Relaxed in the body.
In the body, even in the body.
In the body.
Here she wants a permanent orgasm. I never want to come out of that orgasm. I want to have this orgasm, this ecstasy, and I will never get out of it. That's called being totally relaxed. Being in oneness with everything, and that forever. Me. Natural. And you fear maybe that you don't want to reach it this lifetime.
What?
That's what you just want. Being relaxed. Because being relaxed is being tense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So both comes together. The idea that you need to be relaxed makes you tense. So what is relaxation? Just a bloody another idea.
I do not know.
Of course you know. Because you're tense.
Yes, I am tense, but
So
I'm not
then
aware.
out of that tension you have an intention not to be tense. That you call relaxed.
You are telling.
I'm not telling, I'm just looking at you and see it.
I'm not like this.
I see you.
Yes, you see me. Of course,
I see.
I know that is a tension there, but I'm not aware of it.
Doesn't matter if you're aware, I see it anyway.
Yeah, you can
And
see
I
it,
don't
but
want,
that...
I don't want you to, I have nothing to do with awareness. I don't give a shit about you being aware or not.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm talking to awareness directly, not to that one who wants to have awareness, because you want to have awareness, and that is impossible.
No, I do not
Of course
want
you
to. I'm
want.
simply not aware of...
But by saying I'm not aware, you have a non-awareness. So you're all now in non-awareness, and that you want to turn into awareness. So now I want non-awareness, and then I want
I
your own
do
awareness.
not want
Just
to.
listen to yourself. It shows everything that you're breathing.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely greedy. Greedy to own life. Of course. You want to relax, you want to control life. You want to be relaxed. It is like trying to control life by trying to be relaxed even. Trying to learn. It's all this little bastard me who wants to control even God. He wants to be relaxed. He wants to have a relaxed life. My life should be a relaxed life.
Not the
It's
life.
all greed.
Not the life.
Of course life. What is
The
else?
body.
What's different between life and body?
I do not know.
Oh, I don't know, but you claim there's a difference. You are greedy
No.
for health, greedy for wellness, greedy for relaxation. Or not? Of course you have this intention. You're
But I do not
you're a
really-
blind greedy seeker for trying to control life.
Yes, but really, Karl, I do not know who
And by that
wants
it
to.
doesn't matter you are that.
Nobody else is here, but I'm not aware of it.
Doesn't matter if you're aware, just tell you why you want to be relaxed, because you feel tense.
Yeah,
For what?
that's all.
When you relax, you miss maybe being tense.
Maybe.
You will never stop. Like that, some out of the Sangha, they get awakened, and then they miss to being part of the Sangha because they feel so fucking alone. It's true, they just avoid to wake up because they don't want to be alone. Because what shall I do then? I have no friends anymore, no Sangha. No one I can talk about my experience with my master. They get already hyperventilation out of that idea that I miss all my friends, my Sangha, my beloved ones, my co-disciples, and all my stories, all my advantages, and all what I reached in the presence of our master. And I cannot talk to anyone about it, what I reached in the presence, and I cannot give interviews how I felt when I first met my master. It's all a joke. All this blah 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 who makes some all this self-importance running high. Me. I am the special disciples of a special master, and my relationship with my master, and my whatever. It all depends on me, on mine. The story of a successful Sangha. Sucking all moments of his so-called deep experiences with his fantastic master or yogi or yoga teacher or something. When I made that position, I was so content. Didn't feel my body anymore. Om Namah Shivaya. I'm zero, and this is my realization. Trinity of life. Fuck it all. I'm married, and this is how it looks like down under. People always say, why do you have to destroy everything? What do you want from me? I'm here to destroy what can be destroyed, that you are the leftover, which you are anyway. You're coming to me to be the absolute leftover, which is the absolute, and now you complain that I destroy everything, what you're not. It's fantastic, yeah? I deliver and then they complain. You take everything away. Yes, my goodness! I take everything what you don't have anyway. Mamma mia. And you alone can be the absolute leftover. There's nothing left when you are what you are. As being that, what is the absolute leftover? Which is with and without, whatever you can imagine, what it is. Being in spite of all that story bullshit, which this body-mind organism in a so-called precious life and precious thing, and I'm a seeker of truth, and I'm very special because everyone else sees maybe Mercedes-Benz, and my name of Mercedes-Benz is self. My vehicle is self alone. I'm only looking for the big one, not the small ones. I want to have the cosmic one. Comic one, actually. It's on a comic strip. The absolute, looking for the absolute in all possible ways and taking himself as some big or small guy. A bigger me or a small me. Good, so question.